India, a land of vibrant cultures and ancient civilizations, boasts a history as rich and diverse as its tapestry of people. For centuries, the Mughal Empire, with its opulence and grandeur, held sway over much of the subcontinent. From the towering Red Fort in Delhi, Mughal emperors ruled with absolute authority. Their reign saw the fusion of Persian and Indian artistic traditions, leaving behind architectural marvels like the Taj Mahal. However, by the 18th century, the once mighty Mughal Empire began to crumble. Internal strife and weak successors weakened the empire's foundations. Regional powers, sensing an opportunity, challenged Mughal authority. The Marathas in the west and the Sikhs in the north carved out their own domains.
The decline of the Mughal Empire created a power vacuum in India. European trading companies, particularly the British East India Company, saw an opportunity to expand their influence. What began as a commercial enterprise soon transformed into a quest for political dominance, marking a turning point in India's destiny.
As Mughal power waned, the stage was set for the rise of a new force on the Indian subcontinent, the British East India Company. The British East India Company, initially focused on trade, arrived on India's shores in the early 17th century. They established trading posts and gradually expanded their influence. The company's superior naval power and shrewd diplomacy allowed them to exploit the fragmented political landscape of post-Mughal India. Through a combination of military might and political maneuvering, the company gradually gained control over vast territories. The Battle of Plassey in 1757, where the company's forces defeated the Nawab of Bengal, proved to be a pivotal moment. This victory gave the British control over Bengal, a wealthy province that became a springboard for their further expansion. The company's rule was marked by the exploitation of India's resources and the imposition of policies that benefited British interests. Indian industries were suppressed to promote British manufacturing. Farmers were forced to grow cash crops like indigo and opium, leading to widespread poverty and famine.
The company's administration, often corrupt and insensitive to the needs of the Indian populace, sowed the seeds of discontent. This simmering resentment would eventually erupt in a violent uprising that shook the foundations of British rule.
The year 1857 witnessed a watershed moment in India's struggle against British rule, the Sepoy Mutiny, also known as the First War of Indian Independence. What began as a mutiny by Indian soldiers, sepoys, in the company's army quickly spread throughout northern India. The immediate trigger for the uprising was the introduction of the Enfield rifle, which used greased cartridges rumored to be made with animal fat. This was offensive to both Hindu and Muslim soldiers, who saw it as a plot to undermine their religious beliefs.
The mutiny, characterized by acts of both bravery and brutality on both sides, spread like wildfire. From Meerut, where it first erupted, the rebellion engulfed Delhi, Lucknow, Kanpur, and other major cities. While lacking centralized leadership and modern weapons, the rebels fought with fierce determination.
The uprising of 1857, though ultimately crushed by the British, had a profound impact on India. It marked the end of the East India Company's rule and led to direct British Crown control over India. More importantly, it ignited the flames of nationalism, paving the way for India's long and arduous journey towards independence. The aftermath of the 1857 uprising witnessed a surge in nationalist sentiment across India. The brutality of the British response to the mutiny, coupled with the growing awareness of colonial exploitation, created a shared sense of grievance and a desire for self-rule. In 1885, the Indian National Congress, INC, was founded by a group of educated Indians. Initially seeking reforms within the existing framework of British rule, the INCC gradually evolved into a platform for demanding greater autonomy and eventually complete independence. The early decades of the 20th century saw the rise of leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and Dadabhai Naoroji, who advocated for self-governance and championed the cause of Indian rights. They used newspapers, pamphlets, and public meetings to mobilize public opinion and put pressure on the British government. The Indian nationalist movement was not a monolithic entity. Alongside the moderate approach of the INC, there emerged more radical voices advocating for complete independence through assertive means. This diversity of thought and strategy would shape the course of India's freedom struggle. Section 5. Gandhi, the Mahatma and his philosophy of resistance. In the early 20th century, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, known as Mahatma, emerged as a transformative figure. Returning from South Africa, Gandhi brought a unique philosophy of non-violent resistance. His principles of satyagraha and ahimsa resonated deeply with Indians. Gandhi called for civil disobedience, urging Indians to boycott British goods and laws. His leadership galvanized millions in movements like the non-cooperation and civil disobedience. The Salt March became a powerful symbol of resistance. Gandhi's non-violent struggle captured the world's imagination. His leadership kept the Indian freedom struggle largely peaceful and united. Section 6. Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose, the patriot who dared to rebel. While Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence resonated with many, others believed that India's freedom could only be achieved through more assertive means.
Among them was Subhas Chandra Bose, popularly known as Netaji, a charismatic and radical nationalist leader.
Bose, a staunch advocate of complete independence, disagreed with Gandhi's pacifist approach. He believed that Britain's involvement in World War II presented an opportunity for India to strike for its freedom.
In 1943, during World War II, I formed the Forward Bloc, a faction within the INC, and later traveled to Southeast Asia.
There, with the support of Japan, he formed the Indian National Army, comprising Indian prisoners of war and expatriate volunteers. The INA's objective was to liberate India from British rule through armed struggle.
Though our campaign ultimately proved unsuccessful, my actions and unwavering commitment to India's independence made me a national hero.
His legacy continues to inspire generations of Indians. Section 7. Partition and Independence, a bittersweet triumph. The end of World War II in 1945 brought with it a new wave of anti-colonial movements across the globe. The British, weakened by war and facing mounting pressure both domestically and internationally, realized that their hold on India was untenable. However, the road to independence was paved with tragic complexities.
The question of partition, with the Muslim League demanding a separate Muslim-majority state of Pakistan, became a major point of contention.
On August 15, 1947, India finally achieved its long-cherished dream of independence. However, the joy of freedom was overshadowed by the pain of partition, which resulted in one of the largest mass migrations in human history, accompanied by widespread violence and bloodshed.
The newly independent India, led by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, faced the daunting task of rebuilding a nation ravaged by colonial rule and partition.
It was a time of immense challenges and opportunities as India embarked on its journey as a sovereign nation. Section 8. Legacy of the struggle, India's enduring spirit. India's journey from Mughal decline to independence is a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. It is a saga of resilience, sacrifice, and the unwavering pursuit of freedom. The sacrifices made by countless Indians, from the sepoys who revolted in 1857 to the followers of Gandhi who embraced non-violent resistance, shaped the destiny of a nation. The legacy of India's freedom struggle extends far beyond its borders. It served as an inspiration for other colonized nations fighting for their own independence. Gandhi's philosophy of non-violent resistance, in particular, has had a profound impact on global movements for civil rights and social justice. India's story is a reminder that the fight for freedom is often long and arduous, demanding courage, unity, and an unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit. It is a legacy that continues to inspire generations of Indians and people around the world. Section 9. Conclusion, India's unfinished story. India's journey from the decline of the Mughals to the dawn of independence is a tale of transformation and triumph. It is a story of a nation that faced numerous challenges, from colonial exploitation to internal strife, yet emerged stronger and more determined to forge its own destiny. As India celebrates its hard-won independence, it also acknowledges the challenges that lie ahead. The nation continues to grapple with issues of poverty, inequality, and social injustice. The dream of a truly inclusive and equitable India, a dream that fueled the freedom struggle, remains a work in progress. India's journey is far from over. It is a nation on the move, striving to create a better future for its people while upholding the values of democracy, diversity, and inclusivity. The story of India's past serves as a constant reminder of the power of human resilience and the enduring pursuit of a just and equitable society.